As I mentioned in the beginning of this tape, we talk about the standing 8-piece brocade. Eventually inside there are 12 pieces. Because inside there are 2 pieces inside, includes the 3 sections. So a lot of people count them, so it become 12 pieces. Okay. From here, I'm going to first again explain what each piece is for. Then after that, then I'm going to put together continuously. Okay. The first one, the 8-piece brocade, they started. Some people like to stand leg a little bit wider than the same width as the shoulder. It's fine. It depends. Some people like to stand the leg close, but a lot of senior people like to stand leg wider because they can easier for them to stabilize. This one is harder. So you have the choice. But that's not the key for the training. Key of training, you will see. Each one have a different concept, a different key theory. The first one, they call holding the heaven. It's very important, the torso. The torso inside is internal organs, but outside they wrap around. This one Chinese called triple burners. From the throat area all the way to the sternum area, that's called upper burner. From the sternum to the belly button or navel, this area is called middle burner. From here to the groin area is lower burner. Triple burner actually is the torso. These are all 3 sections wrapped around the center, but inside is organs. So to Chinese medicine, it is an organ, but the Western medicine, they don't consider it as organ. That's because this one you have to understand Chinese medical concept is different from the Western concept. Chinese concept, when they define the organ, it depends on the function of the organ. It's not defined by the appearances. So the heart is not just an appearance of the heart. Any function related to the heart's function is considered an organ. So this concept is the difference. For example, Chinese talk about feeding. The feeding is a key point of Chinese medicine, but in the Western science, Western medical science, feeding is not logical. Feeding is not the key point of the whole medical development. In the Western medical science, they say, what you see, what you believe. You don't see, you don't believe it. But Chinese medicine is not. Feeding is important because feeding is a language. Because feeding provides you the mind and body's communications. So to Chinese, the feeding is so important, more sensitive you can develop this feeding. That means the mind can communicate with the body more effectively, efficiently. So this becomes very important part of Qigong training. How do you develop this feeding? Until your mind can pinpoint exactly where and how deep of the problem, then you can regulate it. To me, it's very funny because the Western society, they develop the painkiller. So whenever they find the pain, they take a painkiller, and then this will kill the pain. But Chinese medicine, the pain is actually when the feeling becomes too significant, becomes too troublesome, the body starts complaining to the mind, say, something going wrong, do something about it. But in Chinese medical book, they say, when you feel the pain, you move it away. Remember, the sentence is so simple. When you feel the pain, that means the energy becomes stagnant, the nerves overreacting. That means there's something wrong there. So you have to keep moving, through the moving, then when the circulation resumes to the normal state, the pain disappears. Then you cure the root of the problem. For example, you have arthritis. Beginning arthritis pain is not that significant. So when that happens, it's simply through the movements, you have a circulation. Then slowly you can see arthritis not existing because the circulation, it heals itself. But a lot of people today, they rush to painkiller because instead of doing exercise, they're doing the rush to painkiller. What happened? They kill the pain, that means they kill the language communication between the mind and the body. Until one day, their whole hand swollen and say, now I have a problem. That's because they don't prevent it from the beginning. So because the reason Chinese medicine, Qigong, is for the preventions. They emphasize more prevention than healing. Yeah, there's a different concept from the West and the East. Because the reason, the most important part to maintain the internal organs function is to loose up the torso. That's called triple burner. So how do you do that? See, as I mentioned in the 16 episode, okay, Whenever you find the body's muscle contracting, our bodies start condense this way. What we do, we stretch. We yawn, we say, oh. After that, you feel good. All internal organs start releasing, the liver start relaxing, the lung open up. So when you do that after a few times, you feel very nicely. The body can move easily, the mind become clear. So it becomes very important part. Let's become the first piece of the standing 8-piece brocade. So what you do, you can stand this way. Again, you can also cross your leg as you wish. Okay. So when you do that, you inhale. Yeah, interlock your hands. Then lower back, gently push back. When you do that, this lower back area, this function, this motion is because this place is a Mingmen. The Mingmen over here is you put your hands above the sacrum, then this place roughly is where the Mingmen is. This cavity balances the energy on the front side. So from this kind of motion, you can see I open it. We have this kind of instant movements. Watch the people, they're young. They, see lower back, right away push back. Then after that, it stretch upper body. Every Qigong is just follow the nature of humans' movements instinctively from the ancient time. So it becomes the first piece. So watch me. You inhale, lower back, and chest in. Then slowly, then you exhale. You exhale, slowly grab, so you can move from one side to the other side, it's fine. When you almost reach the top, push the feet down and stand up. You can stay there for a few seconds and coming down. After that, turn your body to the side, stretch it sideways, and then stretch it the other side. See, the form is very simple. But through this kind of form, we find out the torso has been stretched, then you stretch both sides. But this piece later people develop. Then they add this one by body's turning. Also, it's very good. See, that's why I say earlier, the arts is meant to develop. So in ancient time, they provide you the root is for us. Once you understand the root, you know how to grow, become branch and flower, become so many styles. Okay, so that's the first piece. It's very simple and easy. But at the same time, it's so important. Okay, let's say push the heaven. That's because your mind should be on the top and push your feet down. So that means your mind to make the chi straight upwards and downwards. It's not sideways. Okay, after that, the second piece. The second piece called shooting the hawk. But you should understand that create the second piece is for the body, these motions. This kind of motion is important in ancient time, especially in the armies. Because all this muscle is for you to what? To pull the bow and arrows, to pull the bow. But so this muscle, have you ever thought about in ancient time, one of the soldiers, how many arrows he had to shoot during the battles? 100, 200? If you don't have the strong muscles, then you cannot support the stability of the bows and aiming. It's not only that, you lose the power of pulling the bow because at that time it's not everything by machine, everything by the body's functions. So because this reason, it's become very important for these muscles, for the chest muscle, for lower back muscle, for body twisting, they become this part. But when this part you apply to the health point, it's very common, very important because why? Because you're strengthening your lower back and strengthening your kidney. From this kind of exercise, you find the kidney has been pushed sideways to smooth kidney circulation. It's now that from the lung, inhale and exhale. You open the lung, open up the chest area. The whole thing is so amazing for simple exercise, like imagine we are pulling the ball. That becomes second piece. You watch the motion is so simple. So from here, you inhale, again, you can see my spine. Lower back, go back, chest in. Because this part considered a ball. But this ball from here is store, and this one you shoot. Or from here you can store, from here you can shoot. Either way, you bend it and you straighten it. Then you generate the energy, a power. Okay. So this one you inhale, then slowly You turn to the side, you watch it, where is the heart? The mind far away. So this hand, you open and shoot. See the body, that's the whole motion you have. That's how you shoot. These hands, a lot of people use these hands, finger like that. A lot of people go this way, a lot of people go this way. It doesn't really matter. The whole thing is, this one gives you the mind concept of pointing far, far away of the target. So it doesn't matter how you point it. Most important is this chest movement. This one line up, that's why you can pull the ball steady. So you have the left hand side and right hand side shooting every day until you build up the strength of this waist area. Remember, earlier we mentioned the waist area is so important. If the waist area is weakening, then the muscle in this area cannot support the upper body's weight. The pressure will be on your vertebra. That's why people, they start age. That's because this place start losing the strength. So the waist area is always very important to maintain its healthy condition. That becomes the second piece. Once you finish the second piece, the third piece start deal with the liver and the spleen. Okay, let's look at the liver situation. Spleen usually don't give you too much trouble, but liver, a lot of trouble. A lot of people experience the liver problem because the food we eat, especially the pollutions, the contaminants in the foods, everything. Is the alcohol, the lifestyle, because the liver already been known, related to emotion of anger, and also related to the food. Deep fried food make the liver positive. Alcohol make it positive. Not only that, another thing is very important, you are fatigued. When you're fatigued, liver on fire. From the Chinese medicine, liver related to the eyes. So when you're fatigued, the eyes area become blue, this area. So that's why from the eyes area, you can see the liver's condition. All right, I want you to think carefully. In the afternoon, usually, we start experiencing liver on fire because after whole days of exercise, a whole day of thinking, you become fatigued. So usually the body will tell you, go to sleep. You take a nap. Taking a nap is very good, very healthy. You look around, all the animals take a nap. Human being society, go back 100 years ago, we all take a nap. That's because we're all farmers. When you're farmers, the afternoon you do nothing, take a nap. The taking a napping is a very natural human way or animal's way. Until today, the society, industry destroyed this habit. In the industry, you cannot take a nap. That's why when people in the afternoon, they carry those kind of fatigue, physically, mentally, to the whole afternoon. That's the liver on fire. And make you angry as well, because liver related to the temper, your anger. Because the reason liver, harmonize the liver qi circulation is very important for your health. Okay? So in the afternoon, think about when you lie down in the afternoon, what's the first instinct movements you have? Without thinking, or you move your hand up. After that, if you're comfortable, have you ever lie down and put it right away, found the front side so comfortable? So this piece, following that's natural human movements. They become for liver, and this side for the spleen. You look at Chinese medical book or refer to my book called Qigong for Health and Martial Arts. Inside, we also mention about 6 sounds, like liver sound is a Xu sound, and the spleen sound is a Hu sounds. So from this exercise, you can cooperate with the sounds once you know the sounds. So every time you exhale, you make the sound. For example, liver sound is a Xu sound. When you say shh, all the liver start relaxing from internal out. So that's become very important part of medical Qigong 6 sounds. You're interested, please get the book. Of course, it's not easy to imitate the sound from the book by spelling there. Okay. But from here, but you can see the basic concept is so simple. From this hand down, this hand up, liver open. And the inhale, and then this exhale, now the spleen open. Okay, so from here you can see, from up and down exercise, you massage the organs. It's not that. Through this kind of both side harmonized movements, the stomach in the center get harmonized as well. Because stomach qi will not be trapped. We start leaning sideways. See, the whole thing is talk about this area. All right, so let me demonstrate this one that you can see the concept. The first one, they inhale, and then they exhale. Then right hand down, inhale. Left hand push down, right hand slowly open here first. If you open here slowly, open up section by section, this down, this exhale. It's very comfortable, right? Now, the inhale. And then you exhale. This for the spleen, exhale. See, the form is simple. So because the reason the APS blockade is very, very safe and easy. Anybody can learn from videotape, can learn from the book without any danger at all. Okay. But this is basic, original. But later, Chinese people, after almost 1,000 years, they continue to develop. From this concept, they start to develop. For example, this one concept, try to develop this way now. You inhale, exhale, start twisting the body to the side. When you twist the body to the side, you can see all the muscles start twisting. And now, the liver has been pushed to the sideway instead of just pushing the front. The same thing when you go this side is for the spleen. Then after that, again, there's another development, become this way. Become very famous called the white ape pick up the peaches. See, white ape pick up peaches from one side, eventually you can see how I squeeze in the liver. Now open up the liver and coming down. So from here, you can see this kind of exercise. Become very important part for these two organs and also include the stomach. So especially for those people that have stomach problem, I think that's a good idea for you to practice these things. Help you to harmonize the liver and spleen. The stomach energy here will be released instead of trapped. When the stomach energy trap here, it starts to cause the stomach pain and all kind of stagnation, uncomfortable feeling. When this is uncomfortable, all the digestion system become not normal as well. Okay, so they become the third piece called regulate. Rock your hand up and down to regulate the liver and the spleen and harmonize the stomach. Number 4 is that the same thing as sitting APS blockade. You're turning the head now. So when you turn the head, this is all for all injury. That one to a lot of listeners, they don't understand what you mean to internal bruises because it's all internal injury. The first one I try to define what's the internal injury. These are ribs. Outside the ribs, all the herb you can put from the ointment, whatever. It's easy to massage. Outside bruises, you can massage. From the herb, you can take it off. But underneath the ribs, if there's any injury or bruises sticking there, cannot be removed easily. In ancient times, especially you ride a horse from the wrestling, from the battle. You fall from that time. A lot of bruises inside. They can cause a breathing problem and cause you sick. Eventually, you may die from that. Because there's reason, so this exercise is very good to regulate the lung, those muscles regulate and are surrounded by the lungs area. It's amazing part, the theory is so simple. See this muscle on the back muscles. If you look at the anatomy book, these are ribs, all these muscles go underneath the ribs, connected to the lungs area, those muscles. So when you turn this kind of exercise, now it's stretching those muscles from the neck, stretching it and releasing it, stretching, releasing it. What happens if there's any bruises or stagnation over there? It's like you massage the whole muscles there and slowly they'll remove. So that's why they say this one is very effectively can remove all those kind of stagnation of a qi inside. It's called internal injury. So this is important. But this piece have 3 pieces. So that's why a lot of people count it as 3 pieces. The trick is so simple. The first one, the hands on the sideway. You turn from one side to the other side. Again, from the shoulder, you can control. From this shoulder, you can control how much you want to stretch. Without the shoulders movement, it's not as effective. If you turn the head only, it's not effective. But with the shoulder, it's much, much easier, and you can easily stretch it. That's the first one. After you finish it, you see the hands, they are put on the back this way. When you put the hand this way, now you can see the front side of the chest is more tense. That means front side of the muscles around the ribs area is more tense. So from here, now you turn. You can see now. The front side is easier, stretch, and open it. So this one from C, you can see emphasize the front side underneath the ribs. Of course, there's another one is front. So that's the third part, is this way. So from here, again, you turn in the head for this exercise. So you try to remove any kind of chi stagnation from the front side and back side rib around your lungs. When you go to number 5, it deals with the heart. Remember, the heart's on this area in the front. So whenever you go like that, the heart has been pressed in. When you go like that, heart is relaxed. So from here, the front side is energy relaxed. But this piece, they lead the chi outside. Remember earlier in the sitting episode of K, we talked about when you go here, you shift the energy to the back side of the lung. But this one is not. They go to the side of your lung. To move away from the center area, go to the side. Yeah, that's why they call swing the head and wave your tail. So what they do is very simple. Remember, the hand cannot go this way. The hand has to be this way. The reason the hand this way is still tense. The hand this way, now this loose. See, there's a simple trick. From here, they swing it, inhale, then exhale. See how I stretch this side, how I loose this side. He stretch and loose this side. From this kind of exercise, you can see the chi stagnation from the center start to dissipate outside. So that's why this one especially is good for the heart, too young of the heart. So that's why I can swing the head and wave your tail. Chinese like to put a strange name and help people remember. Especially in ancient time, the people, they couldn't read. If they could not read, the best way to help them remember is to write it as a song or write it as a poetry. So easy for them to memorize it. Yeah. So because the reason you look at Chinese ancient documents is all written by the poetry or the songs. Number 6, become the kidney now. So the kidney is simple. One of the first things is you inhale and exhale. This one is very similar to the first piece, but only thing difference, the leg, the toe, I don't go up because my focus is on this area. If I start lift this up, what happens? My mind is on the bottom, but here, my mind only want to be here. I should be able to feel there's a muscle, there's kidney. So now I stretch it. When I stretch it, the muscle tense up. Now you can see next motion, I bend it. When I bend it, I push the kidney in. They become important part of a kidney. This piece is especially for the kidney. So I watch the movements, then you can see what I meant. Okay, now inhale. And then exhale. See, the key point now, from here, you cannot lower your arms. When you lower your arm, the muscle, again, coming back, is still stretched. You want to maintain the muscle stretching condition. From there, your body bow. When your body bow, you can see the way I bow. Now, I push my butt out. At the same time, you can see the kidney here. Now, I push my kidney out. Now, I'm massaging it. The key point is, when I get down here, my hand want to hold my toes. So, this will give you the good leverage of a pulling. Because that's the key. But a lot of people say, oh, I'm too old. See, usually people go this way. That means you are 30 years old. When you go 40, 50, 60, say, okay, I cannot do. What should I do? Believe me, as long as you keep stretching, even you are 80 years old, it can go down. Yeah. It's very important. Depends how strong of your mind you want to do it. You can make it happen. Body is alive. As long as you give the body a good challenge, the body always fit in. The beginning, you say, okay, I cannot put my toe. How can I generate leverage? Simple. This one, you can generate leverage here. Generate leverage here. Generate leverage here. Of course, the best part, I go to the toes. So from this one, you just hold it. When you hold both sides together, both sides kidney push in. So this is one technique. After that, you start rocking from one side to the other side. This side muscle tense, this side muscle tense. Now it start rocking this side. You watching the way I'm doing. It's this one I pull and I pull. And I pull and I pull. Okay, you want to make this better? Now, this kidney, I want to massage it sideways. How do you do so? Again, it's very simple. From this, once going down, go to one side of your leg, gently pull, and push this way. So when you do this exercise, especially those of senior people, beware of one thing. When your head bowing down, don't get up too fast. When you get up too fast, because remember, the blood is liquid inside the body. When your head is coming down too fast, the blood remains low. That's why you become the blood deficiency temporary on the head. Then you start to feel dizzy. So those are senior people have to watch out. Sometimes young people even have the same problem, but this is normal. Don't be alarmed. That's healthy. This is normal. It's only because you get up too fast, the blood remains low power. You have to wait until blood pump back. So because the reason when you get up, don't get up too early. Get up slowly. So allow the blood coming back with the head. As simple as that. Some people say, after I press, I feel dizzy, I feel like to throw up. That's because you do too fast. Okay. So from here you can see this piece very, very good for kidney. Of course, earlier we mentioned the sitting episode K. You can sit, you can also do the same thing for the kidney. Okay. In Chinese medicine, there's another thing for the people, for the kidney, another thing. That's beside the episode K. After you stretch this one, you add what? Tap the kidney. Because kidney is about the same size as your fist around this area. So this area, what you do, gently tap it. When you tap it, the kidney gets stimulations. When they through these stimulations, then the qi comes to the surface instead of stay in the kidney. So we help the kidney to circulate. It's not that. The trick is after you tap it and going down, and go to the lower back. After that, go to the sacrum and go to these two areas. These two areas, there's two big nerves over there. When you hit those two nerves, all the energy drain down to the side. Remember, now you go to the joints of the hip and going down. That means help the kidney qi going down after you stretch it, after you massage it. So that piece is important. You want to add it because that was not in the original episode K, but you want to add it part. It's good. You want to understand that? Please refer my book, Qigong Massage. It's inside. Talk about the kind of self-massage for the kidneys. Okay. So people always wonder, why should I learn so many things? Come on, the life got to have some meaning. The more you learn, the more you find out what's the life for. Yeah. I always tell people that when the last minutes before I die, I still can smile. I say, I didn't waste my lifetime. I still can learn something even the last minutes. Then my life is worth it. Yeah. One thing you regret is before you die, you say, oh, I didn't get anything accomplished. I wasted my lifetime. Then that's not good. Yeah. So because of the reason, don't hesitate. It doesn't matter how old you are, you can always learn. Okay, so this becomes the kidney. Then after you finish kidney, the next one, again, you want to lead the qi out now. Because all those things, you help the roots of the organ and circulate the qi inside, but now you want to lead the qi out. How do you lead the qi out? By tense up your arms. When you tense up your arm, at the same time squat down. When you squat down, the leg is tense, arm is tense. When that happens, the qi lead it to the arm, to the leg at the same time. Especially in ancient time, it's important because arm and leg, that's four things. These limbs is the one handling the weapon in the battles. So they become the seventh. So in the seventh, actually, what you do is squat down. You say, show your anger. Of course, because this is army, they train for the army. You have to build up that kind of fighting spirit. That's why you can fight against the enemy. But today, you don't fight against your enemy, you fight against sickness. So you have to build up that kind of spirit. It's not because today you don't have the visual enemies in front of you. They do have an enemy, your sickness. So what you do, make it happen. So what you do, you inhale, and then when you exhale, you push the hand out slowly. Exhale, don't tense up yet. Until second half of exhalation, then you tense up. Both hands tense up, then the legs squat down. The eyes look forward, and the left and right, you keep doing that. Because in the ancient time, it's important that's handling the weapons. The leg is the way you walk, the way the leg gives you foundation of the root in the fight. But today it's very important for you to build up the strength of the leg. Remember, the leg, how can be leg strong? Because the bones are considered piezoelectric material. Piezoelectric material, that means if you generate pressure on the bones, then there's an electricity circulating. Because the reason, how do you generate electricity? By this kind of squat down position. That's why from the last few years, I don't know how many of you read the report. So many reports, they talk about the senior people that practice Tai Chi Chuan. When they practice Tai Chi Chuan, they don't fall easily. They fall much less. That's because through this kind of structure, the bone density improved. That's why they can get a balance. So the same thing, you have to learn this kind of squat down. You say, okay, beginning you cannot squat down low. It's fine, I don't care. But slowly, it can get stronger and stronger and squat down like this. Okay, so you inhale, then see my chest again, inhale and exhale. Then only second half, you tense up with a concentration. The head look forward. Like you look at someone with a fury eyes, fury spirit. Now, last one, you drain everything to the bottom of your feet. Very simple. This one, you understand there are 6 channels go to the bottom of your feet. There are 6 channels go to your hands. The one go to the feet related to your kidney, your liver, and your spleen. So every time you push your toe up, your heel up like this way. Every time you push this up, the mind pushing down in order to get you up. That's why you use your mind to lead the chi down. So any kind of energy trap here, you lead it down. That's what they talk about in the document. They say, this kind of exercise can remove hundreds of sickness. People say, is that true? Yeah, it is true. You have ever thought about since the ancient time, we walk all the time, we exercise the toe all the time. Today, the biggest problem we have in today's society, especially for the last 80 years, the ground is flat. That's why we get a problem. Have you ever thought about these are feet? The foot here, the flat, that's why we only exercise this angle. How about the surrounding area? In ancient time, the ground is not flat. You have to move this way, move that way. But today, that's because we have to have too much babysit. Everything is flat. We are weakening. We're weakening. But in the ancient time, you have to think about we keep walking. That's why I drain the energy down. So in this case, it can keep circulation. But today, again, we don't walk as much as used to be. The knee have problem, the knee start get weakening. Then the joints start dry out because lack of exercise. That's make a lot of funny noise and a lot of cartilage get damaged. Because lack of exercise, it doesn't matter. This body still remains the same body as 100 years ago. The body cannot change that fast. Our lifestyle change, the body cannot. So because of this reason, this exercise help you to strengthen all the tendons and the ligaments on the toes. And at the same time, help the qi going down. This one has 3 parts. So let's remember, this has 3 parts. Number 4 has 3 parts. So that means come out 4 parts more. Total, 4 plus 8, how many? 12. That's why a lot of people say it's 12 pieces brocade. This one, again, the trick is here. And after that, the same trick. Put the hands on the back. In this case, that means the front side of energy, back side of energy, you lose balance. Because front side is more tense, the back side more loose. From this kind of thing, actually you're losing, you lead the chi on the back stronger than the front side. Because front side is more tense. After you go from this side, you release the energy from front side by moving the leg up and down. Then after you finish it, when you finish it, you just move around and loose up your joints. Then you finish the forms. This one is very strong, very powerful. You practice about every day, at least 1 time. Early morning is good. Other than that, the evening time is good. By evening time, right before sleep you practice, usually you cannot fall asleep easily because your whole body energized. So after you practice, you should wait for an hour, 2 hours, then you go to sleep. Then you feel good because the body starts relaxing. Okay. Early morning always are good. Whenever you feel like too young, that's a good time to training. Sometimes people like to practice in the afternoon about 4, 5 o'clock. That's the time people start feel tired, fatigued, that you're young. This is also good for you to help to release the energy. Okay. You practice 3 months, usually see the result of improvement. 6 months, you find out a lot of sickness start disappearing, and after that, you have to maintain. The 8 pieces of OK, if Chinese can practice for 1,000 years, it's made something. If it's not effective, it won't last for 100 years, but it's 1,000 years already. Okay, thank you very much.